All right, guys, so here's an update here for XRP. We are currently trading at $2.19. In the last 24 hours, we're down 0.73% and the volume down 12%. So not a whole lot of activity happening into XRP today. But quickly taking a look on our daily time frame here, price is sitting just around our 50% of our Fibonacci, the last 3 sessions of our candlestick, especially after that strong stride here of that momentum from April 22nd. So ideally, it's just like, what's happening here for XRP? Why didn't we see that huge movement? Why isn't this resistance line moving at all, especially once we see that huge test on April 22nd. And now we're getting these little dinky candlesticks and price isn't moving as quickly here. So one of the things here, typically when we see a price break, is expansion of our Bollinger Bands, shows us higher volatility. However, we don't see them expanding as much. So not a lot of volatility is happening into the marketplace. We did see that slight consolidation and then that small little outburst. Now, our last video, we were talking about a possible inverted head and shoulders candlestick, where our candle chart pattern where we see the left shoulder and then the head and then currently the right shoulder. The confirmation of this bullish chart pattern would have been around the neckline in our last 3 sessions. Ideally, we would have wanted to break through this and then use that 50% or that neckline as an area of support. So the support here would have been $2.20. However, volume fell short here and we didn't see the volume and that momentum build up as much as we wanted to. Now, we could possibly say this inverted chart pattern itself is still in play. However, it doesn't have as strong of an impact that I wanted to, especially retesting this neckline. We may possibly see some pullback towards the downside here as we see these smaller bodied candlestick, especially in the last 24 hours of this previous candlestick. We see the sharp tail or this candlestick wick at the very bottom. So in the last 24 hours, bears are basically dominating here in the market. We also see from that green candlestick, from that test of our resistance line, the market itself was overbought here at 70%. So we may see that overexhaustion from the bulls and seeing the bears kind of take over this market. So in terms of any type of areas of support here, I mean, we could pull out our fixed range and kind of see what orders were done so we can be able to predict areas of support and resistance. So our volume profile comes in handy here, shows us the dollar amounts that generated that volume, and we can ideally see these clusters treated as areas of support and areas as resistance. So this is basically the dollar amount that generated those volumes from $2.11 at the very bottom to the very top here at $2.15. So we're going to treat the $2.15 as that area of support, but ideally anywhere in between the 211 to 215 will be that cushion of support. If we do see any possible break through this, and let's say that the bears are coming in strong, we see that momentum from that seller's side, then it's going to be our secondary of support is going to be that 20 moving average, as we kind of seen throughout the last couple of sessions dated back on April 13th. This area here was a good area of support. And as we know, moving averages, they are treated as support and resistance, but be very cautious in the next 24 hours here for XRP. We may see that slight pullback towards, let's say, the upside if we do see a spike in terms of the volume here and that the bulls are defending XRP. And let's just say something happens in the marketplace or news and media coverage here, then possible retest of our neckline at $2.20 would be that area of resistance. We did briefly break through it on April 23rd, but not enough conviction, not enough volume to take us beyond. But definitely let me know here for XRP. Again, I am looking for that cushion of support. 50 moving average, we could possibly say would be that area of support, but price is creeping up to that line very quickly here. So this is why I mapped out that volume profile here for you guys. So at least you can see that dollar amount that generated that much in terms of our volume. But thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in, supporting the channel, and hopefully I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.